everyone, welcome back to a new episode of Waking Up with Plants, where we explore how to embody more quality of life together with the plant realm. Today we start exploring a new topic that is a big part of the makeup of our reality, the topic of time. And we will be exploring what our relationship with time is and how it maybe can be. And I must say, all these topics make me a very eager student in physics, science, metaphysics, quantum physics, because so much of what they speak to refers to this area. For instance, the nature of time, the fabric of it. So this is a very big topic. This first episode is an introduction, and they want us to open up and explore this topic for ourselves so that they can then speak to those parts. The first question that opens up this exploration is, what role does time have in your life? And the plant that wanted to start speaking about this topic was licorice. That we know mostly of licorice root. You can chew on it, it tastes really sweet. And the upper body of the plant, I find, has a very graceful elegance to it. Without further ado, I think it's good to share what came through in writing. The opening message of Liquorice on time, speaking to the question, what role does time have in your life? Let's explore time together. The relation you have with it. A relation that can have many colors. And they show me a landscape with a river stream running through it and a bridge over the river. Where do you see yourself in this picture at this moment? If you had to pick a place, where is it? Okay, let's say that this inner hike now, you came from a path leading to the bridge. That place we will call the past. On the bridge over the river, let's call this place the present, and the land on the other side we will call the future. This path, for the purpose of this message, I will call horizontal time. It's a very distinct experience of time. It's very definite. If you are here, you are not there, etc. I invite you to come stand with me on the bridge in the present moment, and look how the river flows here. You may even skip the bridge in your imagination and just stand in the river. Do you see, feel, hear in this place a different kind of time? Let's call this vertical time. How much of your attention is with the past shore, and how much is at the future shore, and how much is here in the middle? By this very inquiry, you can already determine that time is not horizontal or linear, right? You can at least be at 3 different places at once. You could even give a percentage of how much of your attention is at any of these 3 places. this is how you have learned to orientate yourself in life. You came from somewhere, you are somewhere, and you're going to somewhere, at least in time. You see, time is in fact movement. What particular quality of movement do you experience because of where your attention is? Because it has a quality to it. If 80% of your awareness is in the future, or 50% is in the past, while 30% looks at the future, and the rest is here in the now. It has a quality to it. You know what's so easy to forget? That the only place that you really have is the now. And yes, this is said many times, but do you feel it? Do you really feel that you will never be on either side of the shore? That you are always here? Your body always knows it's in the middle, on the bridge or in the river. But your awareness, and so your energy, might be scattered on either shore. Now, this is not a message of how good it is to be in the moment, the preferred ideal, and that one has to try only to be here. The very characteristics of your time as humanity is actually becoming aware, present, how much of your energy is where, to come to the truth of the moment. This is very important, key information. This has a definite effect on your experience in the present moment. Liquorice continues with, and the plant realm wants to start this time exploration with the question, what role does time have in your life? Because it makes you aware of the fact that this is, like anything else in your life, a living and breathing relationship with emotions, with beliefs, with dynamics around it that are informed by your personal life's experience, but also your families, the cultural, social, global relationship to time, and that, like any relationship, it is yours to shape. It isn't a set feature of life, not at all. This relationship can evolve, and with it, your life. There are people on your earth, for example indigenous ones, that do not live with clock time. Can you feel what that would be like? To have clock time as non-existing. It is possible. Then I shared with Liquorice that it reminded me of a sentence I heard someone say once. For a dolphin, Monday doesn't exist. That sentence really stuck with me because it touches on such a truth. And they said, right, it is a made-up structure, which at one plane of existence is a very practical one. Nevertheless, at other planes, it's no more than a mental structure, not something that makes up the fabric of reality. Gathering different views of time, experiences of time, can help you expand from your experience. And gather your own data as well. Where is life thick, fluid? Where do you experience it vibrant or imprisoning? Think of when you were younger and how you are now. Is your experience different in these two places? If time were a character figure, did it change personality? As well as your experience of, let's say, a year. The seasons, how do you feel towards them? And towards the seasons in one day, the birth with dawn and the death with dusk. And then night, do you feel more comfortable, more at home in relation to one or the other? And your relation with your age, that also gives an insight on your relation with time. And then, what's your relation with timelessness, with eternity? It starts to rain now, don't know if you can hear it. Let's say the opposite of the experience of time. Do you have any experiences with that? And what did it taste like, sound like, look like to you? You will notice that we will bring in the senses in these episodes. The senses make it possible to experience the present moment. It's through your senses it's possible to experience anything in your human life, full stop. And it is these senses that provide you with the possibility to be aware of either side of the shore while being fully present in the moment, in the most real thing you've got going. The place where reality is being formed. And we hope to give you, all the listeners here, entryways to this magical place. Deepening relation with this place can give you an orientation in life that isn't determined by Monday or Friday, by 16 or 60 years of age, by loss or achievements. This vertical experience of time lives by different laws, and it's available to you. It's much more fluid here. It can let you be at peace with what you might hold for impossible now. Basically, it can set you free in many, many ways. And most joyous of all, it can help you into the realm of play. Outside the confines of horizontal time, you can make magic. And when you start to notice how your presence affects the landscape on either side of the river, it might get you real excited. We give you a peek into our experience of time, which holds being present with many times. We know we are standing in many time cycles at once. Our bodies have a certain cycle, we rise and fall and rise and fall. Our spirit experiences cycles of evolution. And we exist with other cycles that inform our cycles as well. Cycles of the earth, of the moon, planets, cycles from here to eternity. And with that cryptical, mystical last sentence, Liquorice ends their message. Liquorice has for a long time been my first plant teacher about time, and why that is I'm still not quite sure. I have ideas around it but not really a feeling. Their teachings for me are about finding orientation and center in reality? I'm curious to how these questions will speak to us in the days to come. Yeah, I wish you a lovely inquiry of this topic, and I will connect with you again in the next episode.